Well, what's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my own review of Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. We are pretty much still at the bonfire, and everybody leaves the bonfire to hang out at the pool. Alexis and Scrap are getting to know one another. Wasn't planned for them to meet anybody, but the chemistry is there. Chaotic is talking about, how Scrap don't want to date just to date. He wants to date with the intent of marry. But like Alexis said, it's a vibe. We chilling. I did not plan to meet nobody, but I met you, and I feel like it's something there. It is what it is. The producers wanted to know if she's apprehensive of getting involved with him because he was Carly's ex. No, he wasn't. And Alexis said what happened between them was way before me, and it's not about them. It's about me now. I don't care what happened before. Long time ago. Mariah Lynn comes out. She's having a good time. And she's having a good time because Carly isn't there. Carly has been MIA with Spice, and everybody's been on good vibes. And maybe we see who the problem is. Everybody's huddled up, seeing Alexis and Scrap kind of like, have their own little vibe going on, their own little love bubble. He's like, y'all are childish. We're not in high school. We're grown. We're having a good time. Don't put a stamp on it. Don't put a title on it. Just let it be for what it is. So Jen comes out. She comes out. Chaotic wants to know we're fresher. I got an attitude with him. He said, what's wrong? Relationships are not perfect. We're not perfect. Yes, we're in love. But if you don't want to marry me, then you don't want to spend the rest of your life with me. Now, when she said that, it's like, well, yeah, you don't want to waste your life with a man who won't take you serious as your commitment to him. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women, they fool themselves with thinking that they can just stay a girlfriend. They don't want to be married. They don't want none of that. But come to find out they do. They do want to be someone's wife. They do want to be somebody's mother. They do want that. So she talks about hearing people talk about how their couple goals, their this and that, but it's been triggering for her, especially bringing up the wedding. Now, the argument that they had is that every time he wants to talk about the wedding, it's about going to City Hall because he's not about to spend money on a wedding. Now, this is a conversation between men and women. Let's see who has the opinions. And everybody was like, she wants a wedding. So you've been engaged for so long, you've been through the bullshit, you held them down. What's wrong with giving her a wedding? The other men feel like if I can't afford to give you the wedding I want to give you right now, then you should be okay with having my last name. That's official. I'm like, listen. Like Jen said, it's not even that. It's the fact that he won't even make an effort to make me happy. So to me, that gives off the impression that Jen has probably talked about having a simple wedding that doesn't have to be so much money. But he's not communicating with her even halfway for her to tell her that. He's just all about it's not going to happen. Chaotic says, listen. If the love is real, it doesn't matter if it's in the back of an alley, in a church, all this and that. That could be a true statement. I will love you to the end of time. I will marry you anywhere, but trust and believe. Women want the fairy tale. Women want the wedding. I sometimes feel like men always say, I cannot afford to give you what you want. I can afford to do this. I can afford to do that. And you know how many years gets wasted every time you say that? But then at the same point in time, you can still plan to get things what you want. But yet when it comes to getting things what she wants, it's all about, oh, baby, not right now. I can't afford that. I can't afford that. Bump that. You can plan to get the things that you want. Again, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen on its own time. But if you plan for it, it will happen. Okay? So the conversation kind of goes sour because everybody is leaving. Everybody is like, all right, let's go to bed. So Jen feels like she ruined the moment. She ruined the vibe, you know? And Chaotic's all about, you got me thinking that love is real. You ruined it for me. You're messing my equilibrium. I can't do this with you. Chaotic, shut up. Jen feels bad, but don't feel bad, Jen. It's sometimes men gets kind of like scared with that type of conversation about how good is your love or how do you prove your love to me, with the ring, with the wedding, with the marriage. And yes, A wedding does not make a marriage, but you do want me to be happy though, right? You can't make an effort to make me happy? But hey, that was the end of that night. Spice. Spice is still in Kingston. She just came from her home, spending time with her family, you know. She just read an article about her foundation and it wasn't a good light. You know, she wanted to give away book vouchers, but the crowd was being aggressive. They were pushing and you know, she just felt like I can't even get mad at the people being aggressive, being excuse me, pushy for a book voucher because they are in need. And it was something that was beyond your control. You had no control of getting that crowd in order because I know what that feels like to be in need of something. So all she needs to do is remember that she tried. Okay. Now that she is leaving Kingston, she's headed back to the reunion. While she's trying to be in good spirits, but she's still thinking about it. Carly talked about a birthday party she planned for Spice from the very beginning because that was part of the plan. As soon as she got the invite to Jamaica, she instantly started planning for the party. But she will have to leave the day after the party to take care of her father. And she said it's on her to apologize to Mariah Lynn before she leaves. Carly, it's been on you. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't, offered this. You've been on this. You know what I'm saying? You snuck Mariah Lynn. So you need to do whatever you have to do to mend things because it's on you. Mariah Lynn should kind of have a conversation about her attitude. You know what I'm saying? Her interest kind of throw people off the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Lyrica. She brings up the issue with Lyrica again. Lyrica want her to promote her song on IG, but then noticed she wasn't following her. And then it was another reason that I don't know if she added it. I don't know if she's really feeling it. But a friend of hers told her that Lyrica said that Shekinah was bad for her brand. If I'm bad for your brand, then why did you ask me to promote your song? Unless Lyrica thought about it the last minute. Did y'all ever have a conversation? I don't know. So Spice tell Carly as soon as she gets there, apologize to Mariah Lynn. We're grown. We can apologize to one another. I know it could be hard, but you have a big heart, okay? And Carly in the confessional talks about how she was wrong. She acted on impulse and she will apologize as soon as she sees her. Sure. Chaotic and Tierra are having, I guess, a date or something. Doing some snorkeling around the reef. He's trying to be all smart and educated by talking about what a reef is. Good night. They want to have a special handshake because they have the same birthdays. And, it's his goal while being on this trip to get at least 2 or 3 of the women. And he wanted to see if he can shoot his shot with Tierra, but he messed up her name by saying Tiana. The reef snorkeling looks a lot of fun, but Tierra talks about Lyrica hurting her leg the other day. Chaotic was like, I gotta check on her. I don't want her to feel like I don't care about her. Word on the street is you care about a lot of people. You checking on a lot of people. No, no, no. I'm just making sure she good. I'm trying to be there, be a supportive friend. So since Tierra wasn't feeling the vibes that Chaotic was putting out, he said, oop, on to the next. She wasn't feeling my fever. Let me see if I can show Lyrica what she missing, okay? I'm sending some flowers, some fruit, and the whole time, he's dismissing Tierra by keep on saying how, she wasn't on my level. Tiana can go somewhere. Tiana could leave. She ain't ready for all this. Her name is Tierra, Chaotic. Get her name right. Can't dismiss her because she wasn't giving you what you want by messing up her name. Come on now. Scrap. Scrap, Fresh, and Gunplay decides to spend some time, get to know one another, and they meditate. Fresher has been meditating a while, gets his mind right when he needs a woosah moment. So, Scrap tells him about the conversation they had last night with Jen. I don't know if they cut some things out or he simplified it, but she said, talk to your boy, okay? Because I want to have my wedding and he don't want to give you my wedding, but if he wants you to have his last name, that should be enough, right? No, it's a wedding or nothing. He brings up how she wants a $250,000 wedding. Not gonna happen. Then he gave an explanation how the pandemic was a lot on us. Money was not to be played with. I feel like we should invest and not spend it. Fresher, then just say that. Explain that to her. And I feel like Jen is not stupid if you are talking to her in a way where she is not aware of certain things, aware of how the world is right now. Hell, we're still dealing with the pandemic. We're dealing with inflation right now. Are you kidding me? We know how money was. If you had explained to her that, babe, I know you want this wedding. I want to give it to you. But, you know what I'm saying? We're just getting off our feet. We're in a good standing. You know what I'm saying? We're good. I don't want us to blow it off on a wedding. I want you to have the wedding that you want, but can it be a simple wedding? You know what I'm saying? Can we come up with a budget? You know what I'm saying? Because I think we should invest that money in us still being good, you know, in our situation. That's all you got to do. But he don't want to do that. Explain that to her, okay? Explain it. Don't just put your foot down and say it's City Hall or nothing. Because again, it gives me the fever that you don't view her as a woman who deserves all of that. You know what I'm saying? You look down upon what she is to you. I don't know. Like, are you still stuck in high school? Are you still stuck in middle school? Like, I don't know where your mind is. You know what I'm saying? So Jen ruined the vibe again, how he was vibing with Alexis, but he's not stopping with Alexis. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I'm saying? He came on this trip single. He's hoping that he's not leaving single. But him and Alexis are rocking. They're in a good place, but it's not going to stop there. Fine, Scrap. You don't got to explain yourself to nobody. If you just want to have a good time with Alexis and move forward, go ahead and do that. Just be forewarned. A woman's feelings is a lot. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. So Scrap is talking about how he don't see himself in a conventional lifestyle with being with one woman. He want multiple wives, possibly a polyamorous situation, maybe. Gunplay thought the same thing when he was young, you know what I'm saying, having multiple women, but he realized how the world works and how much it takes to connect with somebody. Your energies need to match and everything, and it's best to have all of that with one woman. 100 bitches is useless to one solid woman. I said, come on, Gunplay. Come on. Because at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, like, you rather deal with a whole bunch of females and never finding that one. You should use your energy and your connection to figuring out that one. That one is worth way more than females you see a dime a dozen. So we see Shekinah. She's having a pool party in honor of Spice's birthday. And Amara is grilling Scrap about what's been going on between him and Alexis. They are cool. They get to know one another. But he don't like being questioned. He feel like, I ain't got to tell you nothing. I don't kiss and tell. And I'm not about to be, a one-woman man at this point. It was kind of interesting seeing Amara be nosy and that, Scrap is just doing him. You know what I'm saying? That's all he's doing. So then Amara was asking Jen what's going on between her and Fresher. What's up? She said she's going to give him 2 years to marry her. And if he doesn't give her what she wants in 2 years, she going to leave him. We will see. She just wants a date. Because she said she's willing to give him 20 years. I don't know if that means 20 years of being together. And says that I don't have 20 more years to waste. I did on my own. And if I want to start over again, I will. If you're going to use that as an ultimatum for him to, move the way you want him to move, then that's automatic fail. Y'all both need to communicate with what y'all want. Fresher, you can communicate that you want a budget. Jen, stop asking for much. He's not going to be what you wanted him to be. He was never that man. Mama Jones got a man. Apparently, he's a young man. He's a couple years younger than Jimmy. Chrissy does not want to know that. She wants to stay out of it. So then she kind of gets on the mic, welcomes everybody for Spice's birthday, and then Chaotic came up with a pie eating contest, but it's ass eating in honor of Trick Daddy because Trick Daddy was a part of the Eat the Booty gang. So Jen did it with Fresher. I think Shay did it with Chaotic. Even Mama Jones wanted to be a part of it, but not gonna work. I don't know what the hell I was watching when it came down to that. I said, what the fuck is this shit? Huh? An ass eating contest, and Fresher was on all fours with his nose up Jen's ass, all the way when he put his face all over that plate on Jen's ass. I said, what is this? I feel some type of way, and it wasn't a good way. It was, I need a bucket. But Jen knew at some point that Fresh was going to come after her and want some, but she still isn't letting up about not wanting a City Hall wedding. Chaotic couldn't really engage in the activity because he doesn't know shit like that, so he couldn't do it right. So Spice came in, it's her birthday. She gives Shekinah a hug, and all Spice wants is for Mariah Lynn and Carly to make up. She tells Mariah Lynn that Carly wants to apologize to her, right? And Spice said, no. Mariah Lynn heard that Spice wants Carly to apologize and that she's really sorry. Mariah Lynn was like, Spice, you can tell me she can apologize to you blue in the face, but I will believe it when I see it. So Carly arrives and she apologizes to the girls, right? But this is how she does it. She apologizes to the ladies first and then starts off with the apology towards Mariah Lynn. If I offended you, I'm sorry. If I said anything wrong, if I made you feel a certain way, if I did this, if I did that, Carly, you messing up right now. First, you want to apologize to the ladies. They didn't do nothing. Why you apologizing to them for? And you starting off with, if I did this, if I made you, ain't no if. It's what you did. You started off with confronting her about calling you messy, which is the truth. You wanted to sneak her because your ass got beat by Tokyo. So hearing Carly play victim, Mariah Lynn said, I appreciate your apology, but I'm not in a space to accept it because, first of all, you snuck me. That's number one. And you already off on the wrong foot by apologizing to these ladies. You don't owe them no apology. You owe me an apology. But they're going back and forth. Carly talking about how I'm not a fighter. Look how tiny I am. I've been bullied all my life. She said, no, you haven't been bullied, Carly. And tiny where? You are nowhere near tiny. Your balloon lips, your balloon face, your balloon ass. Ain't nothing in your body tiny. So the pity part, how I've been bullied all my life, you know I'm not a fighter. Mariah Lynn said, I've been bullied and I'm a fighter. And you snuck me and I let you live after that. No. Because what you did, I didn't do that to you. You scratched me, my nails are broken. This is my money, Carly. And you did this to me. And I knew that to you. Carly don't want to hear it. Carly want to talk about how I got a splint on my finger from the doctor. But like, that's on you, sis. You did that with Tokyo, not with Mariah Lynn. I did not do nothing to you. So I was here for Mariah Lynn saying how your apology, it was needed, but I'm not accepting it. Because Carly trying to play victim, take responsibility for your actions. The fact you put your hands on me and I allowed you to walk away, nah, it's funny. I'm getting mad all over again. So appreciate it, but I'm not accepting it. Carly really believes she gave a sincere apology and how I'm going to let her be upset. I'm going to let her have it. No, Carly. Ain't no let her have it. You need to take full accountability and responsibility that you started all that shit with Mariah Lynn and you snuck her out of nowhere because you did not want to be the only one who got your ass beat. So miss me with that shit. Chaotic checks on Lyrica, how something was wrong with her legs. She either pulled something and he wanted to like put it on thick. Give her some fruit, give her some champagne, flirt with her hard. And Lyrica can peep that he is really putting that game face on. And that Chaotic is not a man you take serious. Because he's a good flirt every now and again, but I bet he does that to all the girls. And he does. You know what I'm saying? Tierra was a bust. Now it's your turn. So he's all getting touchy-feely, rubbing her feet. He even said that her feet was smelly. I'm like, what the hell? How you gonna say all that and say her feet smell? Then is she going to Spice's party? Yes. Then he wants to throw in an invite to his room. My room after that? No. Your room after that? No. I swear, chaotic's putting it on so thick, and people are laughing at it, but I think sometimes they laugh out of uncomfortableness. Because I think at some point somebody's going to shock him. If all that flirting he does, saying all those lines, a girl going to want to see what that do for real. And he going to be like, what, for real? Yup. So we see Mita and Shekinah at the pool. You know, Shekinah is always calling out Carly's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? How Carly is nobody's friend. She messy. You know, they call her messy, but I'm nosy and I'm real. But Carly is messy and she never takes accountability. She wants to be a victim so fucking bad. Bitch, no, you too old for that shit. So she instantly said, why you fighting people? Why you fighting her? Stop that. And she calls out Carly for being a child. Always wants to be a victim. Always wants to be like, no, they did me wrong. Look what they did to me. Girl, no. Giving a real apology. That's all Spice wants you to do. Give a real apology. So Mariah Lynn talks to Shay, and she gets her credit for expressing that, you know, you're right to feel how you feel. You know what I'm saying? And she talks about how I'm not one to talk down somebody else's story. I'm an advocate to listen to somebody else's story. But you're not about to play in my face and not give a genuine apology and play victim. You did not approach me, call me by my name. Oh, no, no, no. You talked to the ladies first. You didn't hit them. You hit me. So that's not going to work for me. So she's over it, you know, over calling, not taking accountability, over this and that. And Mariah Lynn has never had a chance to express how she felt after that night. Because Carly feeling like, I'm done talking about it. I've done this. I'm over it. You over nothing, Carly. You've escaped accountability one too many times. And now get ready to face the music, bitch. Get ready to face it. Because at some point, you brought this upon yourself. Carly don't like being in the spot. She don't like being in the hot seat. She don't like it at all. She wants to cry victim, cry bully. I've been a victim. I've been this. Miss me. I don't fall for it not one bit. I don't. So it is Spice's party. Carly spent a lot of time getting this party together. It was pretty much the main thing she wanted to do when she got invited to Jamaica. But she knew she had to leave after the party to take care of her father. And she wants to show Spice that I'm all about family, I'm all reconciliation, this and that and the third. Amara and the rest of the girls are kissing Carly's ass by saying how good of a friend she is to Spice, how she's thinking about her, you doing all this for her. I wish people could see this side of you than the other side. Amara, please. Like you called it out. Both you and Nikki baby. Y'all called it out that Carly can be nice, Carly can be sweet, but that other side of her can get her into some trouble. You felt that her apology to Mariah Lynn was some bullshit. Nikki baby said the same thing. Like I wish she could show this side than the other side. Man, please. Carly probably can showcase her being a good person only if it benefits her too. Because she's too self-absorbed to do anything otherwise. So Chrissy talks to Nancy about a time that she was yelled at by Nancy and she blamed on the menopause and nobody knows what the real problem was. She spoke to Jimmy how they're in a good place. He don't believe it, but no expectations. We're just going to move forward. No expectations. So Tiara decides to confront Shekinah about hearing that when she was performing at her bonfire, that Shekinah was talking about her case with 50. Because she, she was asked about it when she was talking to Shekinah and Nikki, baby, but finding out that you were asking about it when I was on stage performing. And she's wondering, why are you talking about a 5-year-old case that everybody knows? I don't talk about your cold case. Why are you talking about my cold case? You can miss me with that. So, want to know why did she do it? Why did you talk about it? To kind of get defensive, playing stupid, and say, what are you talking about? I don't remember saying that. I don't recall saying that, but you did though. You mentioned it to Chrissy. And Chrissy told Tiara that night that she would talk to her later about it because Chrissy didn't like that she did that. And it's like, for real, Shekinah, for real, keep it a buck. You said that shit to be messy. You said that shit to start shit. And, you know, it's just like, girl, I did not want to do it here, but the fact that you were mentioning my case, why are you mentioning my case? Leave it alone. It's old. So now she kind of being loud, wants to yell, who told this girl? I asked about, did she pay 50 Cent the money? Who told her? Who asked her? Who told her? Chrissy said, I did. You did? Yeah, I did. Why? I already told her what I said. I ain't got no problem saying to her face. Yeah, but you want to call out who told her? I'm answering your question. What's up? You know she kind of don't fight, and Chrissy ain't the one to play with. So basically, she said, you can't call me messy. I'm not fake. Because I already talked to her about it. I'm not fake. So it's like, girl, what is wrong with this girl? Like, you really want to start off with celebrating your friend's birthday with this shit? And she kind of just yells. She's like a little chihuahua, just yells, yells. It's like, why is she yelling? I'm yelled because I'm short. I want to be heard, so I'm short. Lyrica come in and say, you mad annoying. Then they go at it back and forth. And did Lyrica forget that she was limping? Did she forget her knee was hurting? Because she was itching to get to Shekinah. So it's like, what the hell is this? So, remember that Lyrica felt the way about being snubbed by Shekinah the other night about some bullshit that happened 3 years ago. And it's going to end it right there. But next episode, oh, that's going to be a good episode. We're going to have conversations about everything. But Shekinah and Lyrica, Shekinah, go sit down with your messy self, okay? You got called out for being messy, and now you can't handle it. Just like Carly couldn't handle being called messy. You think that you saying how you talked to her the night before isn't the same as you talking about it when she wasn't even next to you? Like, come on now, Shekinah. Miss me with that bullshit. Fine, miss me. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm see you guys later. Bye.